Good morning. So, since last time, I think I have come to a decision of sorts. So, I've looked at this level, Pentomino 2. I've given it attempts across several days, trying to formulate several different strategies and, ways to assist my, understanding of this puzzle. I still haven't come up with anything after several days. I want to say I've sank maybe a collective 8 to 12 hours, somewhere in that ballpark. And still not any closer to actually solving this for real than I was when I started, I feel. Also, I forgot that I had music muted. Let me go ahead and fix that. So, just to explain, I've gotten to a state a bunch of times now where I had every piece placed except for one. And that one piece that I had left to place was a piece which I had already placed, and therefore with the remaining piece I would have over here, I wouldn't be able to place it anywhere. And then sometimes I'd be able to reshuffle the pieces and have a different piece, which I was depending on, which I had already placed. And that's how most of my solution attempts went. Is even with all sorts of smart reshuffling, they eventually peter out at about that point. But I guess even if I haven't solved it yet, let's go ahead and just I guess try to walk back everything which I did attempt. So the first thing I attempted was to try to solve this in rectangular chunks. So we're working with a 6 by 10. Yeah, 6 by 10 rectangle. I guess 10 by 6 in this case. So I was thinking of splitting it into different 5 by 6 rectangles. I tried a few different solutions along that line. Making the first rectangle is easy enough. Making the second one isn't. Mainly because we don't get to repeat any of the same pieces. That's the hard part. Then I was trying some other things, who knows, maybe two different 3 by 10s. I remember trying that. I'm pretty sure it's literally just impossible to make a solution of that variety. I do have a good reason for thinking that. A mostly logical one, I think. But, moving on from that, those were my main routes to trying to, get a solution. And then other routes involved, trying to fill out from the corners. I remember trying to fill out the perimeter, but, even just the thought of that idea just didn't strike my fancy because of how hard it would be to work with. I remember also trying to look up, just trying to see if there was any online equivalent to this Pentomino puzzle, which would at least allow me to throw attempts at it faster than I can create an Enigma. Because in Enigma, I'd say you're able to test one configuration maybe every 3 or 4 minutes, which is an order of magnitude slower than if you were able to just click and drag by hand. But alright. Okay, so after that little brief detour, where was I? Right, I was looking up Pentominos online to see if I could at least be able to test something easier. And wouldn't you have it, I couldn't find any. Now granted, I didn't look that hard, but at the very least, Google search did not give me anything I could work with. The best I got was frankly pretty crappy pentomino website where I could click and drag the pieces, but I couldn't rotate or flip them, which, after being unable to solve that with the configurations it gave me, I almost felt like I was being trolled, so I didn't get very far in that endeavor either. And of course, Google really wanted me to try to shop for a pentomino puzzle. I don't have time for that, or the money for that, but there's that avenue destroyed. So after I'd exhausted my rectangle method, and trying to find a good online recreation of the puzzle didn't really allow me the quick and easy route of just brute forcing until I got something. I remember moving on to just trying to understand more about the puzzle and maybe like create a hypothetical algorithm to solve it. I get the feeling though that solving this type of puzzle is probably not the easiest. Like, just in general, for some reason, like the pentomino space filling puzzles, they seem to have almost like no resources on them, at least from what I could find. But let's catch you up with my level of understanding. So, one major principle which I had been like thinking about in all of this was basically the idea of like nestling shapes with other shapes. And I bring out the plus here as a good starting point. So we're trying to fit things in a rectangle. And in order to fit things in a rectangle, you of course have to smooth out all of the corners for every piece which has these sort of exposed corners by filling them in with some other piece. And of course, if you mesh a piece together which removes like one hole but introduces another one, then that's sort of like a net zero. And for this plus here, you'll notice that it has 4 holes, and to fill all 4 holes you need at least 3 pieces. But more likely 4, but maybe more likely 3. So the best you can do to fill 2 holes is to bring in the C piece and just like directly link that to this one. But then since you're not able to repeat the C piece, and there's no other piece which can like cover this far, like the best you could get is the like L or the T piece, which goes around to down here. So you'll need 2 other pieces at the very least. So yeah. So that's like, I guess, an intro to the line of thought I was pursuing. I wasn't able to generalize it or really make anything of it though. Like the thinking about it in terms of like adding and removing holes was definitely interesting, but again, like this is a hard problem to work with just because of how many pieces there are. So it's not very easy for me to test anything, even if I might have a good conceptual idea. So one other principle was basically the principle of exposed space, or I guess unfilled space. So I'm going to get back to this line. So let's put this line just right here. And we're going to basically just use it as a divider. So basically, the other thing I noticed was that let's say that you have just some region of space which is, for all intents and purposes, immutable. And that's what this line piece will be. And then say you insert some other piece into this space, and it creates a little division. And one thing I noticed was that if the space of the unfilled tiles on either, or on any regions of the, unfilled space around that tile you just placed, if any of those regions have a size, or I guess a tile count, which isn't divisible by 5, then you know for certain that it's unsolvable. For instance, this case is hypothetically solvable because there's 5 tiles here, and then since we know that everything else is divisible by 5 here, this region should be fine too. And if I move it over by 1 though, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that doesn't work, so you know that the plus can't be here, for instance. And in fact, you'd have to, for like tiles of size 3, or height 3, I guess in this case, you have to move in increments of 5 before you get back to where you were before. In fact, I guess that's how it is for pretty much every piece, which isn't the line piece. Since, yeah, the line piece is the only thing with a dimension of 5. But, yeah, so moving the plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's what finally gets it in a stable position again. Although, since it's actually like exposing all the space here, it's actually also good in this configuration, but say here it wouldn't be. And just to test out with another shape, let's move the plus out of the way. Another good shape to demonstrate this with is, sure, this one. Hold on. As I was saying, so let's bring out this piece, and just to do the same experiment. So let's count the pieces here, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's not divisible by 5, so we know it doesn't work. Then we'll add 3, that's 7, still doesn't work. Add 3, 10. So now this can hypothetically work. Interestingly, I'm pretty sure that in a configuration like this, there's always going to have to be a P piece, like the 2x2 with an extra little bit at the end. Pretty sure there isn't any configuration which doesn't use it in some way. There's a lot of pieces which you can fit it with, but any piece you insert... Okay, no, actually, there is one other configuration, which is a C piece sort of around here, and then sort of a long bar with a little bit in the middle. So that's another configuration. But yeah. So that was the main principle which I had been using to determine if like a piece would fit or not. Trying to think, what else did I try to work with? Guess I do have a paint document full of some notes. So let me just, I'm not going to pull up the document itself, but I will try to read some of the stuff I thought of. Right, okay. So the one other thing which I'd come up with was the idea of, I guess, forced pieces. Like, pieces which you'd have to insert in a certain place if the space was configured that way. So, for instance, let's say that we get... Let's get the long L. And flip it. And insert it down here. Now, to try and fill out this space, if there was a solution, then it would have to involve specifically the P piece right here, filling out this. Because there's no other shape which can like cover all 4 of these squares and not like leave any square behind without like creating like an impossible to fill region. So that was one other thing I figured out. But again, like even with all this like knowledge and like I guess heuristic information to try and solve it with, I still couldn't come up with anything after a sizable number of attempts. And that just led me to like think for a second about like what to do about this situation, because I'm not feeling like, I don't... It would be fun to create, like, a solving algorithm to just sort of, like, solve this puzzle for me. But I don't necessarily have the time or the setup to do that. Like, I would need to do some serious learning and how to construct such a program. Like, even if I were to just make, like, a... whip something up quick in Python, that's still a fair amount of work. And it's not generally my ballpark of the type of things I do with programming. So, yeah. Effectively, I've exhausted all options for solving this puzzle, and I don't really have anything which helps me understand it anymore. And I've hit the ceiling for work that I want to put in to try and actually solve it. So, with all of that in mind, my executive decision is that henceforth, I will skip all pentomino puzzles. You will not see any pentomino puzzles covered in this Let's Play, unless I guess I either really feel it, or it has like a nice solution, or I just do it off screen and then show you the end result later. So, that's my ultimatum. So Pentomino 2 will be my first proper skip in Enigma, which is fun. And I looked down the level list, and there's 3 more where that came from. So, sure. Anyways, let's move on from that. So let's go to Shoals. Alright, Nat. Yep, random maze. Okay. What? What's going on here? This is bizarre. Oh, I have a spring. Okay, that changes things considerably. Okay, so a random maze with different little beached blocks, and I have a spring. I can work with this. Okay. Luckily, I'm decent enough at my jumping. Alright, let's go get a red match real quick. Just do that long jump there. Alright, go back over here. So we got a blue there. Yeah, I already know how to handle situations like that. Alright, losing a life ain't too bad. Of course, if I lost another one right there, that would be modestly annoying. Okay, well now I'm actually, like, playing with fate here. Alright, so let's try to salvage this. Or not. Spoiler alert, I did not salvage it. So, well, I'll take a free match. That's a nice little run-up. Of course, I've got to actually, like, hit the pieces. Alright, so got a yellow there. A red there. Got a blue there. Got a red there. Alright. Seems like my dogs are keen on interrupting me every 3 minutes. I'm just unlucky today. But let's keep on going. So we got 1 match left to go, and also 1 life left to go. So, playing a dangerous game here. Which way do I want to go? Let's go over here. And let's just go for a trick shot. That was the weakest trick shot I could have conceived of. Alright, well, let's have a little bit of fun. Alright, I'll take that match. Okay, so yeah. The thing I'm not accounting for is that sand requires quite a bit of a run-up, as it turns out. And also, good enough dexterity to, not just, like, do a weak jump like that. Alright, yellow match. Love to see it. Alright. Now to survive this again, which... yeah, okay, there wasn't really any good way for me to approach that. Right, one other thing, just random, like, completely unrelated. So I was looking back on my old, like, footage. Turns out, at some point, my voice changed quite a lot. But I guess probably less my, like, actual voice and more just, like, my tone of voice. Because I noticed that I guess I was using what I would call my inside voice. Also, I will take that. Let's try not... I was going to say try not to waste this, because this is another golden opportunity. Alright, well, let's go ahead and hit this first. This will probably be an interesting one to get part-time. Okay, level finished. So that was fun. But yeah, I guess I switched from my inside voice to my outside voice at some point while doing this series. I think it mostly happened around the 3rd episode, but... alright, now we have shifting shoals, which I see that timer block there. That's slightly threatening. What happens at 10 seconds? The layout completely changes. Okay. This is something alright. So, it looks like every connection piece is safe, at least. But I might be here a while. Lawnmower is joining in the fun as the new hot interruption. I still suck big time at actually doing those jumps. Alright. I'll just camp here. Not very good. I mean, I can take it slow. Like, I'm just doing it for the Let's Play. I can take as much time as I want just waiting here until I get a lucky connection. Right, one other thing. So this game has a forum, if you can believe it. It's not a forum with a lot of activity as far as I can tell, but it is a forum nonetheless. And I went and attempted, at least, to register for that forum, but it looks like it's a somewhat involved process. I figure I might as well just say it here, just in case someone from that forum ends up, like, watching this video. Because, hey, I found the post about my Let's Play, and I appreciate it. Anyways, moving on from that. Yeah, I guess we're just big chillin'. So... yeah, I could have had the time to do that little jump, but I wasn't feeling it. I was feeling that jump, though. Alright, and I guess now we're doing another long wait of sorts to get to the other side. It's as that old saying goes, why'd the chicken cross the road? Because it was late to work. So, yeah. I mean, I get slightly more horizontal coverage over here, so I'll try it. I don't want to, like, fling myself off to the side because you never know how it goes with room connections and random mazes. But yeah, we're just, like, going at a snail's pace here. Alright, so let's go ahead and cross around over to here. Cool, level finished. Yeah. Nothing too alien to me. I definitely... Par 118, par 57. It'll be an interesting time getting those pars, but I think I can do it. This one might require some work. Anyways, washing machine. Okay. Jacob Scott's washing machine. I always wondered what his washing machine looked like. So I guess... Alright, almost good. Alright. What, better than par? How? But I'll take it. It's Magic by Martin. So let's read this. Do not use too much magic. Alright. So we've got a laser puzzle. We've got these fancy bricks, which I don't believe I've seen the texture before. We've got a buzzin'? A buzzin'? A buzzin'? A button to toggle the laser. I guess that's how I created that magical new word. And then we've got some mirrors. So... I see. So the goal is to turn these into glass. And that'll allow me to use the lasers to do something. So, how do I want to go about this? I guess I'll need a laser to be able to hit through here. And I guess I'll go ahead and put one here as well. Yeah, that does nothing when interacting with those. Alright, so let's go ahead and give the laser a little thwack. I need to hit another one. Okay. So, just like that. No interruptions as of recent. Let's hope it stays that way. Alright, so what next? Let's see. What do I want to try to hit next? Because, yeah, I am aware of what that warning means. Like, if I open up all of the laser paths, then there will be a lot of pretty unwieldy, like, simultaneous laser activation, which might make it hard to solve the oxids. Although I could also just try to, like, spam it or try to get lucky, but let's try to stay in the spirit of the puzzle here. Also, if I sound like I'm talking weird today, it's because I've got an ulcer, so just ulcer things. Alright. So how do I want to get this thing? How do I want to hit that thing, actually? Okay, I guess I could go for a roundabout method. So let's try doing that. We'll reveal you and you and also all of you. Pretty sure it should be safe to reveal you two. And you three. Okay. Right, I need to flip this. Alright, so we got a green top left. I need to reveal another one. Okay, so for the most part, the only thing that actually matters here is, like, revealing the oxids. Actually, no. Once an oxid is revealed, having the presence of too many lasers is still a danger, so I'll keep playing it safe. Okay, so we got a red one there. I guess next up... what do I do this time? I guess let's try to flip this. So let's try to go down here. What's the one down here look like? That's a blue. Alright. So now what do I want to try? I guess let's see what the one on the underside is. So that would require flipping you. And then all this. It's been a while since I've played with the lasers and the mirrors, but I forget. If I do that... okay, so that does work for that. And then I can go ahead and flip this one. And that should get me a nice green match. Love to see it. Alright. So we got a red up top and a blue down the bottom. So now let's try to see what's top left, I guess. Or top right. For some reason, it's very easy for me to, like, mess up left and right when specifically, like, combining them with up and down. Not sure why it happens, but it does. Alright. So that's a red. Alright, we can work with that. That's in place. We just need to flip this mirror. I need to point that laser down, not up. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it might actually be decently safe to, like, reveal most of the lasers and oxids early. I think the main danger is just revealing, like, this block right here. Because if the laser passes through it, then you are basically instantly screwed for the entirety of the puzzle. Anyways, back to what we were doing before. So let's go ahead and flip this. And flip this. Should be good for revealing that. Alright. And then one last order up. Yay, level finished. That was a neat one. Dirt Clod by Xerxes M. Dynatos. Or Dynatos. That's a very fun name. Alright. So we got various assorted thingamabobs. You put the thing on the mabob. And presto, it's Kirby. Alright, so what's actually going on here? Alright. There's a secret. We found the secret. So, pretty sure... Yeah. I forget where every tile was, but... I seem to have gotten good with my matches over there, at least. Alright, so now we've got some interesting little blocks here. I'm not sure what they're called, but I remember seeing them, at least, all the way back in the first tutorial room. If you remember, all the way back in episode 1, the first level I played showed off a lot of mechanics. And I distinctly remember this one. I think how it works is, if you go at it with enough force... Oh, you just passed through it. Okay, I guess it's not real. Alright, so... New puzzle. So, how do we deal with that? Do we just take out the key? Is there like a hidden lock somewhere? Oh, there's a hidden way at least. Alright. Things are happening. We got a coin slot down there too. Okay, so we've got stuff to bridge. I guess I'm going to have to make a blind leap of faith that whatever bridge I'm building is... Oh, okay. That was not the outcome I was expecting. I thought I was going to have to bridge way longer than that. But let's go ahead and match some more oxids. So I remembered that one from off-screen. I'm probably going to mess up this next match with the cyan and the green. So cyan's the one on the bottom over there. Let's go ahead and reinsert that key. Yeah, okay. It is what it is. Sorry, fiddled with my mouse pad there. Some just fell off. Anyways, back over here. Alright. So there's that dealt with. So now how do we get this one last match? You know what? There's probably a coin under one of these. Huh. Could have fooled me. Alright. Well, we gotta find a coin somewhere. Okay, another hidden way. Huh. Okay. I mean, it's certainly hidden, but I guess it's not really a way. Let's check the walls around here, too. Okay, a vortex. All sorts of fascinating things to be found in this puzzle. Alright, well, we find our special coin in here. No, we just have a tunnel around there. This is fun. This is weird. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and snatch our key. Ah, there's our coin. Alright, and... in fact, I want to be on the safe side here, so what I will do... Not sure what's up with that. I will go ahead and do this. I want to just upgrade this coin to maximum tier. And then, presumably somewhere around here, there will be a secret way leading me to a coin slot. So where will it be? Yet uncertain. Maybe it's down here. Oh, could have fooled me. Maybe it's up here. Or something up there. Oh, that's just the way I took. Alright. Plug the key back in. Plug the key back out. Alright. So what else is going on here? So I don't want to go in there right now. Doesn't seem like there's anything up there. Does anything eat my coin? Does anything eat my key? Huh. Alright. Okay. Let's go ahead and race against the clock. Or not. I've fed the coin slot, but... okay, that allows me to hit that switch. And now... You got me. Round of applause. Alright. So now we've got a floppy disk. And we're all the way back here. Now where do we plug in the floppy disk? The mystery deepen. Alright. Now to remember where everything was. So that goes down there. You go down there. You go down there. Alright. So what's up next for me in this universe? I noticed that that block is somehow at reset. Interesting. Wondering if I can... Doesn't look like I can plug in my floppy anywhere around there. Alright. Get that match real quick. Alright. Then there's that one. Alright. Back to our green. So let's make sure not to hit the fart block again. But we've got this yellow on the wait list. So now we just have to figure out where to plug in this floppy. Apparently there's some space around here. Oh. Oh, we're going on an adventure. Okay. So, what has the floppy opened up? It's opened up that door up there. So, what's over here? Got a long, windy path down here. I see my marble. So, presumably this isn't as it seems, and there's going to be something that trolls me along the way, but... For now, we're over here. I can still see my little bump particles, so it's not too much of a trouble to navigate this. Definitely going on the journey of a lifetime here. Oh. Alright, you got me again. That's good. Alright. Well, hey, this is training for the part-time. We love to have a little bit of fun. Alright, so let's try to make sure we don't fall for that trick again. Level finished. Okay. That was a silly one. Lord knows I need some silly after the pentomino hell I've been through. Alright, so we've got another Siegfried level. Seems like an invisible maze. Slightly curious. I hear something in the distance. A laser turning on? There it is. Alright, so we've also got... I see. So all sorts of things are happening here. So we need to... We need to set up the lasers to do some work for us. And presumably it's not going to be as easy as just using 2 lasers. I'm basing that purely off of intuition. Just trying to get a feel for the space around here. Alright, well there's a roundish sort of way there. I mean, let's try it with... How does this work? Alright, so how do we access those blocks, I guess, is the first real question. So... Ah, cool, painting. That's why it's called that. So now we should be able to... Do I want to paint these is the question. I feel like doing that would actually cause the lasers to sort of do the thingamabob. And I'm not sure if I want those things to be mabobbed right now. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm just going to wait out this laser cycle. Gonna curl around here. And then there should be a space around here for me to push that into position. And then I should be able to line it up with wherever I placed... Oh. Okay. I wasn't expecting that outcome, but now I guess that means that I might as well go ahead and reveal all the things, since it seems like even invisible blocks will block lasers anyway. Alright. Just having a little bit of fun. So that's what that space looks like. It's definitely a bit more open than one would initially surmise. Fun little noise. Okay, quite a complicated little thing to get into place. Alright, so now I know that this is probably best positioned there. Let's go ahead and reveal any other blocks so to avoid any surprises. So that's how that looks. Okay. So, having accounted for all of that, I think I want laser here, then curl down, then go right. No. Well, I want a block here. How would I go about that? I'm probably only going to be able to do it with the laser up here, which means Okay, I just need to get both on this sort of like straightaway here. Alright, so let's go ahead and push this out. Let's see about any traps to avoid. Ah. Okay, so we gotta go a pretty complicated way to actually do this as we please, but I think I see it. So we go down here. We push this right. And then we approach from below. Go ahead and reveal some extra blocks, which I had missed the first time. Alright, so now we push this precisely up to here. Then to the right. Give it a gentle tap. Alright, so now we'll move that up when it's time, but for now, let's still go behind. Yep. That's my fun new word I invented for this little puzzle. So we go down here. We have a bunch of fun. Any surprises over here? Doesn't seem like it. Alright. Pretty sure I've revealed mostly every block now. And then we can go ahead and take the easy way and just put this on the top row, since that's where it will naturally be inclined. So that goes there. And now we just need to push this thing up. Solve the puzzle? Solve the puzzle. Couldn't even hear the oxid sound because it was so far away. Alright, Snowing by Jacob Scott. It sure is snowing. Not sure how I feel about that. Alright, let's go ahead and... Wow, that is a fast rotor. Holy cannoli. Alright, how do I deal with you? Is there any place I can stash you? Not really. So be it. Alright, so this is basically, as far as I'm concerned, this is just Kaleidoscope 2.0 with an even more annoying rotor than the first time. Wow, and yeah, the ice makes it really hard to... Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to maximize my mouse speed, because that's what I'm probably going to need to be able to move it all with the ice. Alright, got a lucky match there. Alright, so I guess this is how we're doing this. Going on a little ring around adventure. Of course, still not even remotely, like, easy. Especially because we have to do 8 Oxid matches like this. So this might actually be a sincerely difficult level. And spawned on the ice and it just went and killed me. Whew. This is something, alright. Alright, can you go away? Okay. Well, there's some brief reprieve. Yeah, definitely emphasis on the brief in that reprieve. Alright, so let's go ahead and gently tap those. Get a lucky match like that. Get another lucky match like that. Oh, hey, something's happening here. Alright, so we'll go ahead and gently tap that. As the kids say these days. so... Yeah, we definitely need to be quick about this, I guess. Because the snow makes things unworkable at a very fast rate. And so does the rotor. Yeah, it's actually, like, extremely hard to do any amount of Oxid memorizing when I have to hit things this fast and control with this level of precision. This might be one of the hardest pure execution rooms I've seen. Like, just speaking from experience. And I can't even, like... I can't even have the liberty of just bouncing all over the place because of the death walls. So Jacob Scott really went in foolproofed this level. I think what I want to do is I want to reset till I get a match over here. Just to give myself even the slightest bit of leverage. Like, ideally 2 matches on this side would be good, but you can't have everything. It would be nice if there was like a hidden item or something which made this easier, but I sort of doubt it. Well, there's one lucky match. So I guess we're doing this for realsies. Or not. We could also just have the rotor, like, destroy our life, and then destroy our own life. And I don't even spawn in a good place to hit them. That's fun. But... Alright. Lucky hit. That thing's about to kill me. Yeah, that's about how I expected that to go. Alright, so match those two. Yeah, doing the ring around maneuver here is quite hard. But we got a strange little double match there. And also... the entirety of the hatred of that rotor. So yeah, I think part of it is the bounce back from hitting the blocks that's killing me. So let's just learn how to dance around this rotor. So there's sort of a speed component to it, but there's also a bounce prediction component, since we need to hit the blocks, but we also need to be able to move out of the way. Alright, so yeah, just focusing on surviving the rotor's onslaught here. And of course, when it gets stuck on the right like that and there's ice, like, what are you gonna do? Alright, so actually, genius brain going into overdrive here, let's just have the rotor hit the stones for me. Unless I can hit them myself. Alright. Let's actually take this as a moment to do this. Okay. Unfortunate that there wasn't seemingly much we could do there, but... Huh. That was another interesting little tango that happened. So yeah. This'll probably take a bit. And right, let's just get in the habit of dancing around this thing. and not hitting the oxids too aggressively. But we also need to figure out how to wrangle it into hitting those top and bottom pieces, which seems quite difficult. And especially so if we bump off the corners of everything and just completely destroy ourselves. We can sort of stick it in the corners, but not for long. Oh, I probably could have lived with that match, but it is what it is. Definitely not as much if it just, like, instant bounces into me there, but... Alright, that was an interesting little shuffle we did. So what's our record? 2, maybe 3 matches? We've definitely got our work cut out for us with this level. Especially when the rotor, like, undoes all of our matching. Yeah, this might be primarily an Oxid Luck type of level. Because if things are on the wrong sides, then you're basically never getting a match ever. Alright. Somehow we were surviving in that hot mess. Oh, that was the closest we've gotten. So, I'll consider it progress, even though it was still definitely largely luck, but... And every time I die without getting a match, I'm just gonna reset. Alright, so... Red match there. Things are happening. Such is the will of the universe. I am debating... Yeah, no. Alright. That's 2 matches with 1 life. Alright, let's see if we can't get the violet match here. Yeah, I probably wasn't due to live very long. Okay, actually, here's something. This is a frankly stupid approach to this, but... What if we let everything turn into ice first? Like, I just want to see how that affects the relationship that I have with this rotor. Because it still moves pretty fast, but if it has less traction, then the ideal would be that I'm able to, like, I might still have to make some pretty strong, like, movement strokes to dodge around it, but maybe, just maybe, I'd be able to, like, dance around it. Of course, I have to remind myself first of just how slippery the ice is. And holy crap, that thing is still freaking fast as crackers in a barrel. I don't actually use that expression, by the way. It just sort of naturally came to me. Like, that's the best way I could describe that. Alright. So I guess next up, let's try to train our dexterity and our precision to be able to hit these without doing some silly bounces. Because, yeah, the corner bounces are what ruin me the most here. Because I'm just not able to predict how I'm going to bounce off. And I need to be relatively assured that all of my bounces are perfectly lateral. Or perpendicular. Well, all bounces are perpendicular, but... yeah, alright. So, let's go ahead and, like... right, because the rotor's diagonal bouncing is also very unpredictable. Okay, okay. New strategy uncovered. New tech. We just have the rotor circle around us and, like, try to play around that. It'll still be difficult, but let's try to get some practice in it at least. Okay. Green match up there. Things have gone haywire. Yeah, as soon as the ice happens, I think we're basically, like, for the most part, lost, unless we can, like, somehow get a super lucky match, but I think we need to just, like, be able to, like, do as much of this as quickly as possible, which, hey, that was interesting, getting 3 matches right off the bat like that, but I had already lost all my lives in the process, so it didn't end up being too useful. Thanks for undoing that for me, little dude. Yeah, unfortunately, the death blocks kill me just as much as the rotor does here. Like, I've practically got to, like, put my all into just, like, surviving with this thing around. I'm curious, what's the par time here? 29 seconds. Well, I'm usually dead after 15 seconds, so you know what? That's a pretty reasonable par time, if I say so myself. I noticed that it has an easy mode. What's the easy mode like? The rotor is just way slower. Okay. You know what? Let's try it. So... still modestly dangerous. Especially with the ice, which is the actual, like, most annoying part. And if we don't get a single match in the entire history of the universe, then... yeah, that also complicates things for us. Okay. That's something. I think I'm about to lose again, but... unlucky rebound there. Wow, I am really bad at memory sometimes. So yeah, we gotta keep paying attention to the rotor. Even when we think we're safe, we're not. We managed to keep that dance going for quite a while. But yeah, again, it's the bounces which ruin everything. Alright, new strategy. I'm just going to try to hit as many blocks as possible while, like, just hoping to get adjacent matches. Like, it's still a game of luck in the end, but... Good shot. Seriously, it's like... Give me a break for just a second with some of these. I'm surprised I survived that, honestly. Alright, so... Is there any blue over here we can match? Nope, and we're about to die again. I can just feel it. Got another purple match, though. Yeah, honestly, this doesn't feel like it's that much easier than the hard mode, because all of the things which actually make it hard are the same. Alright, I'm going to switch back to the hard mode. Because at least Little Buddy is good at hitting the oxids in the hard mode. But if I don't get any matches in the first 10 seconds, then I'm just gonna, like, give up. Alright. Tried to hit that. I don't even remember if it was the yellow one, but... So if we go fast enough, then we don't even have to, like, fear the wrath of the thingamabob. But as soon as it comes over here, it feels like I'm almost guaranteed to lose a life. Tried to move out of the way. Yeah, if it's trailing directly behind me, then it basically kills me no matter what. And again, like, snow can appear under me at any second and just, like, completely remove the direction that I was trying to go in. Alright, 2 matches, that's something. I'm surprised we kept that dance going that long, not gonna lie. Alright, what's going on here? Usually I don't survive this long. Okay, and then we just sort of went in for a smooch at the end. Alright, well that's something. Okay, so let's sort of go around in like a skating ring. Since that seems to be better than what we were doing before, which was dying. So if we hit things in a circle, then that also means that the rotor chases us in a circle, which means we're a little bit better off for actually avoiding it. Of course, we do need to still play out of our minds to not get caught by the rotor, but it seems to be, at least hypothetically, fruitful. Even if terrible oxid luck still means we just sort of don't have any hope with our attempt. But this is already working out way more than my other strategies. Yeah, and we can even, like, exploit the bouncing like this. And not get a single match after 11 minutes of non-stop hitting things. Okay, yeah, this feels right. This feels like how you beat this. I just have to get the luck to match. And now we go the opposite way. And also die by going the opposite way, because that's just how luck have it. Immediately spawning on ice is not the most fun feeling. Alright, so we'll go in for our start like that. And then begin the ring around. Alright, and then I guess I'll go ahead and, I'll mute just so I can focus more. Let's see if we can't do any damage. So, while I've been grinding out attempts, I got 2 matches away on 1 attempt. I think I've discovered like a new sort of strategy. Again, even with the whole like ring around to survive the rotor, it still helps to like have a good start. And I think I've found a way to do that, which involves basically deploying the ring around here and just hitting 1 piece at a time to try and get some lucky matches. And if my matches aren't lucky, then I just reset. And then back to grinding. I just want to check. 1.9, that tracks. Solved, yeah, 25%, 14.04%, that also tracks. Another thing I'm noticing here is that I'm pretty sure there's never a match of 2 which are directly adjacent. I'm pretty sure there's always a gap of at least 1 between each match, which is helpful in a meta sense for letting me know like how I should hit these blocks if I want to get some lucky matches at the start. Huh. Well, look at that. I tried so hard that the game crashed. Guess that's that. Yeah, and if I ignore it, then the game just stops working. Okay. Well, that's a unique way to end an episode. See you next time, I guess.